There we go. Hey, well, I was a little bit late, but I'm here. Hello, Diana. How's it going? So, oh, I forgot to put on my Christmas hat. So I've been like kind of slacking. I've got kids playing Ark. I just got done mixing up some special eggnog, and I turned on my little light back there, but I forgot my hat. Because it's still season for me. Hey, Chris, how's it going? Voila. Ho ho ho. Anywho, so this is the last stream of 2020. And I started thinking about, according to all the votes I got on WriterSanctuary.com, I'll be doing this every Monday. So I thought I was going to have a bit of a reprieve because it's the last one of the year. And I realized that next Monday is next year. So I guess starting today, I'll be going every Monday. Going good, man. Awesome. That's good to hear. Things have been pretty busy here. I've got quite a egg. You don't like eggnog? Oh, blasphemer! I love eggnog, especially Fireball eggnog. Fireball. Extra cinnamony with a hint of alcohol. All right. Anywho, so what was I saying? I don't remember. I'll be back. I need alcohol. Yeah, and see, I'm inspirational. Anywho, yeah, so I was going to have a little bit of a reprieve, but I guess starting today, technically I'll be going every Monday with live streams. And I did get a lot of votes for, well, I wouldn't say a lot of votes, but I did get several votes for doing kind of like webinar type stuff. So I think we're going to be planning out some of those. Or like last week where I showed you how I used Mindomo to come up with a month's worth of content. Maybe we can do something similar. Well, we'll do like a webinar type thing, and then the rest of the time just do an AMA hangout. So I think that's probably where we're going to go with it. Probably not every Monday, but I think with the amount of people that were interested in it, probably every other Monday we'll do it that way. Otherwise, we'll probably just do something like we're doing now and just hang out. So it's all good. This is the extent of my social life. So my friend just went out to her singles group thing, and they were at I can't remember where she was going, but told her to bring me back a redhead. Not gonna happen, but God, I love Fireball. Anywho, so I'm hoping everybody else had an awesome Christmas. I've had a house full of kids, and I'll have a house full of kids until probably sometime next week. Like right now, they're playing Ark. We're playing. God, we played Diablo. We've done some. God, I think that's the only thing we've played. Oh, we played GTA last night. That was pretty fun. We did some streaming for. We did a 10 race playlist last night. That was pretty badass. Been a long time since we actually played GTA online. So, hey Scully, how's it going? Oh, and aside from that, yeah, and everybody says that 2020 was such a dumpster fire of a year, and generally speaking, it was. I mean, it was horrible across the board for a lot of people. But for Writer Sanctuary, it's probably my best year yet. My traffic almost tripled, and a lot of good came out of it. I've got quite a few brand collaborations that are coming up soon, and so it's been, well, for me, it finished 2020 out on a high note, so you must do what we say. Oh yeah, I am. I am doing every Monday. But one of the votes was what kind of format we'll be doing, and I definitely want to do the webinars. They were kind of fun. I like doing what we did last time, where I showed you my process for creating blog posts. So I think we're going to do quite a few of those, and probably some more WordPress stuff. from a writer's perspective. So doing great. Awesome to catch your life. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad to see you. I haven't had a chance to watch your latest videos. It's on my to-do list. I know I grabbed it and stuck in my bookmarks on my browser, so I'll definitely watch those. Yeah. So aside from that, things are looking pretty good. I wanted to do a video today, but I am, it is a nightmare trying to get caught up after last week. So with Christmas being there, pretty much my writers got time off. I didn't. So I have to do a lot of catch up. So I didn't get the video out today, but I am planning one out for Wednesday at least. And I've got a lot of blog stuff to do tomorrow. And I've already started planning out the experiment on vocal. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to see how much money you can make on vocal media if you blog for 3 months. But I only have time to do 3 blog posts a week. So we're going to compare it with my other blog to see how much money what each one makes. I start that on Friday. I've already started planning out the content for it. Yeah. And according to vidIQ, I should hit 1,000 subscribers by May. I don't have the watch time, but at least I'll have the subscribers. I'll be doing a production soon of Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Right on. I will have to watch that. That sounds interesting. So, yeah. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out Scully's channel, he does a lot of reading stuff and pretty cool. It's some of your videos are a little well, I wouldn't say creepy, but they're really, you definitely tell what kind of an author you are. So but yeah, check his channel out if you haven't yet. Good stuff. But I'm hoping, knock on wood, that I'll have something published this year. I'm trying to really work on getting 7 out there. I want to get it done, mostly because I want to do a couple of articles and videos on how to self-publish. So I'm going to do it from my perspective. So I've got to get something done. 7's going to be up. So special guest will be there. Right on. Nice. His username says it all. Right? Just in case you were wondering. I'm not liquored up, really. I just started. No, I like the Fireball Eggnog, but I think I like Southern Comfort more. I love your channel too. Nice, thank you. I really need to get more videos out. Like I wrote a blog about it today where I'm like, you know, I'm only at 908 subscribers now, and I'm like 2.3 thousand hours watch time, so nowhere near the YouTube partnership program. But then I'm like, but you have to create videos for people to watch, so you can't really complain. So when I don't do things, yeah, what happens? Funny thing is, it's my real name. So we should call you Mr. Thriller. Nice. Aside from that, I've got a lot of really cool stuff coming up. We're playing around with doing the Buy Me a Coffee stuff. I'll be putting posts in that one for now that I won't write anywhere else, so it'll be unique to Buy Me Coffee supporters. God, what else? Oh, I started Instagram today. Okay, so the story behind Instagram. I recently, well, I can't say recently. A while ago, I wrote a blog post for Green Geeks about marketing tools that you can use for Instagram to improve your influence. It was like 2-3 years ago. And someone contacted me and wanted me to try out their tools, thinking I was some kind of Instagram expert. I'm like, well, I'm more of a marketing expert, not necessarily a social media expert. I can tell you all kinds of ways that'll make you effective on Twitter and Instagram, YouTube. I just don't do it myself. So I told them, you know, I don't think this would be a good fit because I'm not necessarily an expert in Instagram. I'm more about marketing in general. And so they talked me into doing it. So I started, oh no, bad decision, Michael. I know, right? So they talked me into doing it because they really liked the article I wrote and the stuff that I do. So I'm like, oh, all right, I'll try it. So I figured, you know, I planned on setting up a WriterSanctuary Instagram anyway. So this might be a good experiment. Instagram is the biggest time suck, right? Actually, for me, it's Twitter. I spend way too much time on Twitter. But, so I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to have time to do that. But if I use their tools and all that I have access to now, then I can come up with a series of blog posts and videos using it. And so I'm like, it's a win-win, I guess. So I'll give it a try. No, it's cool. Do it. The IG thing. Yeah, I'm gonna. I started it today. I don't remember if I followed yours. I know I liked one of your posts, but I can't remember if I actually followed you. Oh, look, you tweeted me. Thank you. God, now I gotta figure out how to get back into it. See, I'm not, this is a millennial thing, I swear to God. Instagram. Okay, there's Chris Desotov. If anybody else is on Instagram, let me know and I will follow you. There we go, follow. I guess add to close friends list. Why? I can't just follow people? What if that's an extra option? No. Anyway, it's writer.sanctuary because somebody else took WriterSanctuary for Instagram. So, bummer, but you know, whatever. And, hey, here we go. One photo on Instagram. Hey Diana, Hello Scully Doctor is in the house, right? Followed. Your channel art looks on point. Oh, for Diana? Yeah, you are my first follower, actually. Which is awfully funny considering I have like 4 Instagram accounts. I've got 2 for Colorado Plays, 1 for Crossing Colorado, and I think that's it. Crossing Colorado, Colorado Plays, Cats of Colorado Plays. Yeah, just the 3. And I haven't followed myself. I'm slacking. But anyway, my point is here is one picture up on WriterSanctuary commented from Giovanni Milan Team Roldi. Hi Michael, superb photo. Let's collab on our new line. I'm sorry, but if you want to collaborate with somebody who has like 1 follower, your product's probably not all that good. So I'm going to probably pass on that. I get those all the time for Crossing Colorado. At least with Crossing Colorado, there's 59 followers now. And I get a lot of, we sell watches. Come and sell our watches. I'm like, I don't wear a watch. You don't even look at my content. I wear a Fitbit. That's the extent of my watch. So I don't just take the money and run. Like there was one, he sent me a couple actually. I turned him down twice. And it's a video production software company. They wanted me to sell their software on my channel on WriterSanctuary. Like, you know, I do stuff for writing, right? I'm not a video producer. You can tell it from my videos. Hey, Linda Ray, awesome. Glad you guys you're here. But it's funny because I'm like, I don't create videos and my audience is more looking about how to, most of the people that follow my account are looking for information on text broker and freelance writing. Why the hell would they want to do videos? So I'm like, nah, I turned them down twice. So happy Merry Ho Ho. Oh, I missed one. Yeah. Ho Ho Ho. I've got me eggnog. Special eggnog. It's not, unfortunately, it's not rum, but I didn't get any this year, oddly. Oh, but I do have enough. I do have enough liquor to ring in the new year coming up, though. I've got Drambuie, Fireball, wine, moonshine. Oh, the moonshine I got. Oh, my. So if they're like, it comes with blueberries in it, and the blueberries soaked up all the alcohol, and I ate those the other night. Holy shit. Yeah, strong. But yeah, that's so. If you're going to collab with me, at least look at my content and make sure that it's going to fit, because I'm going to turn you down. So don't waste our time. I can't. You can't watch me drink eggnog. Leonidas, good stuff. Thank you. Good stuff to the eggnog, Fireball, or Drambuie. Oh, I love Drambuie. I would. See, and Diana is having a fit because I'm drinking eggnog on camera. Eggnog is so good. Where's the party? I'll bring my mask and a straw. I'm in Denver, Colorado, and you're more than welcome to join. It'll be a house full of, let's see, I've got a house full of kids. My dad's going to be here, my brother, and my niece, and my roommate, and my best friend are here. So it's a house full of people. All of the above. All right. I'm a big fan of Fireball and Drambuie. The moonshine, I love it. It's blueberry moonshine. I love anything blueberry. But holy shit, it's like when you smell it, it's like rubbing alcohol with fruit. It's pretty strong. Oh wow, so nice. Oh yeah, love Colorado, love Denver. I love it too. It's snowing right now, so it's pretty exciting. It was kind of a brown Christmas, but it started snowing a little bit earlier today. It's not like coming down in big blankets, but at least it's white, so better late than never. Every year that I've been home since 2017, it's rained, it snowed on Christmas Day, so it's pretty cool to see it snow today. I was a bit bummed out because I love a white Christmas. One of the big reasons why I moved away from LA, and the old hashtag smokers at the pubs in Holland used to put Drambuie in their coffee. I heard that. I've never tried it in my coffee. I like to drink Drambuie straight. I have it on the rocks. I had it on the rocks the other night, but usually it's I'll fill up like don't look. I fill up one of these glasses. Oh, same distance with Drambuie. Oh, I got tore up really good one night. We had snow, then rain. Oh, so no more snow. That's a bummer. You said a bad word. What'd I say? I say bad words all the time. I try not to swear so much on WriterSanctuary, but sometimes it just comes out. That's kind of who I am. And I try to keep it nice on Twitter and Facebook as well, but I also have Colorado Plays, and on that channel I have a mouth like a drunken sailor. I let it all out, and so sometimes I have to try to differentiate the two. So I try. I'm sorry. If I offend anybody, my apologies. It's just who I am. It also depends on how much I've been drinking. Because there's been some times where I'd make Eddie Murphy blush. A young Eddie Murphy, anyway. But yeah, it's the snow is more of a light fluttering, like browny enough to cover the dirt. It's still white. It's all right. That's the first time I heard you do it. Oh. No, I've sworn a couple of times in my live streams in the past. Not nearly as bad. Like I'll maybe say the S word once. I think last time I dropped the F bomb a couple times. But I don't know. I'm trying to loosen up because I've been looking at some of my past videos and some of the things I've done in this year and last year that I need to add more of my personality, but not too much because I am an offensive person to a lot of people, and I try to reel that in on a professional level because I can get extremely dirty, and I don't want to offend anybody who's here to learn more about writing because I love to help people. I want to share everything I've learned over the past 9 years, get to where I'm at, and I don't want anybody to feel, well, I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. That's just the way I am. You come to my Colorado Plays channel or Crossing Colorado, though, it's on. That I don't care. So, but I think I have like 23 subscribers on one and 5 on the other. I came in late, but why would somebody want to collab with you if they don't know what you do? Well, I was talking about, you probably missed the whole Instagram thing. I started an Instagram specifically for WriterSanctuary that I hope I can remember to maintain because that's one of my biggest problems with social media is that I forget. But I have one picture. It's me in a tank top. I just snapped it just because I wanted something on the feed. And immediately, I wouldn't say immediately, but just recently had somebody get on there, said, great pick, let's collab to sell our products. I'm like, one picture, no followers, one follower, and you want to collab with me? So I'm thinking your product's not all that good. So, yeah, you're a Leafy fan, I know. Instagram. See, a lot of people like Instagram. I am far more active on Twitter. But what brought that on was that I have a collab now with a brand that wants me to try out their product for Instagram. And I figured, oh, this is a good time to do it. So I'm going to use their products to run my Instagram account and see what happens. So I made $1,000 today because of Instagram. Nice. Spammer. Oh yeah, that's for the most part. My other channel gets like, I've had them twice now, and it's a watch store, I think. I wanted to do collabs, and I'm like, I don't promote watches. If Fitbit wants to collab with me, that'd be great, because that's the only watch I wear. I love Twitter most of all. Yeah, I'm big on Twitter. Like, I think one of the biggest reasons why I like Twitter though is because I have dual monitors set up, so I can work on one screen, and then I have all my research and socials and stuff on the other, so I can kind of keep an eye back and forth. So, like with Instagram, or not Instagram, with Twitter, it's really easy because Chrome will show when there's a new mention or a new reply or something. It'll have a number on it on the tab, so I can just take a glance and see that somebody was saying something. So it's pretty easy. But like with Facebook, it's so convoluted. I do a lot of interaction with people on Facebook, not just with Diana, and the odd thing is that most of the people who fall hopelessly in love with me after a 20-minute conversation come on Facebook. That's a whole story for another day. Now I see your Instagram photo and the comment. Yeah, totally irrelevant, right? Easy, just love it. Oh yeah. And so yeah. And the whole so I had what started it all was shortly after my first text broker video came out. This person wanted me to help them with their text broker account and wanted me to start a whole new one so they can start writing. And I'm like, no, I can't really do that because I don't want to put my account in jeopardy, so I'm not going to fraud for it. And she went off on this tangent about being totally madly in love with me. And I'm like, we've only been talking for 20 minutes. You don't even know me. So I'm like, I'm flattered. Don't know what else to say. I haven't heard from her since. Facebook is out of control. Oh yeah. It's nuts. I get it all the time. And I keep getting these friend requests from like these hot chicks that have like one picture in their whole account. They started their account like this month. They sent me friend requests. I only friend people I know. So that would be part of what friend means, right? So I use Twitter and list for everything. Yeah. Your stories of undying love are the best. Yeah. I've had quite a few actually. Oh yeah, I'd say 60% of the conversations I've had on my Facebook page were from, I'm guessing, women trying to scam me out of stuff, but I'm a skeptic, so you ain't gonna scam a skeptic because we're always looking for the shoe to drop. So they're all just spam bots. Yeah. Actually, I wouldn't say all of them are spam bots because I've actually had interactive conversations with them. So I know they weren't bots, but they definitely weren't who they say they were. One of them was named Michelle and was telling me, no, Mitchell, that's what it was. Her name was Mitchell and she lived in Missouri. And right there I knew it was wrong. Like, obviously you don't know how her names work here in the States. Like, you're on my writer list? Nice. Thoughts, yeah, in my private playlist on YouTube to organize the best creators. Groovy. Well, thank you. That makes me feel good. Gotta bounce, but so nice to see you. Trevor wants to finish our movie. Oh. Well, go have fun, you two. Enjoy the movie. Took me at least an hour to follow with you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, give it an hour at least, right? Don't just... See? There's the filter at work. I just about said something that was probably very inappropriate. Give me an hour. Yeah, how about just think of it as really creamy coffee? Believe it or not, I've had coffee that color. Recently, actually. What happens when you put too much creamer in it? I just want a little dab. My lips keep drying out. Just a little dab will do you. and I just dabbed a little much. Oh, I totally believe you're going places. Well, thank you. Me too, which is good. For the longest time, I've had a big, huge problem with imposter syndrome. I'm always worried that I'm not good enough. Like, I'm worried that I'm going to tell somebody something and it's going to backfire, blow up in their face, and then I'm going to feel bad. I'm always constantly worried that I'm not as good as I think I am. But then I have to keep reminding myself, I've got, wow, 9 years experience as a freelance writer. I brought in a full-time income off TextBroker for 4 straight years using nothing but TextBroker, so I know it can happen. I've done almost 10,000 articles in that time for thousands of companies across the globe. And I have to keep reminding myself of all these things I've accomplished so that I don't freak out. Because then I start feeling like I'm worthless. And I don't feel that way anymore. It's things are really clicking into place and it feels good. I appreciate the humbleness though. Oh, thank you. I am humble, really. Like I talk a lot. I talk shit a lot, actually, especially to my son who wants to be where I'm at. I told him it took me a lot of work to get where I'm at. So don't just think that you're gonna come out and do it. So, I do talk a lot of shit sometimes, but for the most part, I really don't believe it, and it takes a lot to get past that, you know. I drink coffee. Oh, you don't drink coffee either? God. I have bad imposter syndrome as well. I found that a lot of creative people do. And it's quite a big problem, really. All the different research I've done on it, a large portion of people in the US suffer imposter syndrome on some form or another. And some people it's more of a light feeling of not being good enough, and for others that's quite debilitating, like mine. Probably why I haven't published anything yet, because I'm thinking by the time I finish 7, no one's going to read it. But that's not why I'm publishing 7 in the first place. My only real goal is to have a book behind me on my bookshelf with my name on the spine. I don't care if I sell a copy. It'll be one sell to me, but that's my goal. And that's what I gotta focus on. I'm not writing for the masses. I'm writing for me and my mom. My mom has been bugging me to finish this book for 3 years, and she's published, my sister's published, she wants a family of published authors. And so I'm the holdout. So instead of focusing on no one's going to like this book, focus on I'm doing it for me and mom. So I'm a jack of all trades, so I never have a strong sense of identity. I am the same way. Hey, I will accept your friend request, Linda, as soon as the stream is over. I am a jack of all trades as well. I have a hard time focusing on one particular thing and becoming a master at anything. I am good at everything I do, and I'm not just boasting. My whole family's that way. We can do any job and do it well. I've never been able to master anything. That's kind of the bummer to it. Which is why I excelled on content mails, is because I can jump from one topic to another in rapid succession, writing anything from animals to travel very well. And so clients would throw money at me. And just once I'd like to be able to master something. It's not how my brain's wired, though. What's cool about YouTube is you get to strive to be yourself. Yeah. And this is the only way you'll never burn out. Yeah. I do see that. I enjoy streaming on live. I gotta learn to breathe. That's another problem I have on camera. I stop breathing. Get too excited. So I do see that though. I do find that I have developed quite a bit between doing the word camps with Green Geeks, because I go all over the country, and doing the YouTube videos. And since I've been doing both of those, I've noticed a big difference in myself in interactions, not just from on a professional level, but I find myself striking up conversations with people in elevators. Never did that before. You need to publish 7 this year, man. Yeah, right. Let's see the draft finish before summer. We'll see all that. Actually, I'm halfway through the final chapter of it, and I don't know, I'm thinking, there's part of me is like, God, this doesn't make sense. Because if you don't know anything about 7, each story in 7 has a commonality to it. And I wrap it all up in the last chapter. But I don't know, there's some parts of it just aren't making sense. So I might have to restructure the whole thing. I've written 5 novels, 2 published. Hey, well, at least you got 2 published. That's 2 ahead of me. Same, Michael, same. I've noticed you segue well. Oh, God. Kinda. There's some times that I'll jump from one topic to another, and it'll be like completely random. Or another big thing I do a lot is that I completely forget what I'm talking about, and then jump to something else, and then realize, wait, I never made my point from the first time around. So, being good at everything isn't as great as it sounds. It's not. Like I said, I am good at everything, but I would like to just be known for one thing sometimes. There's times where I wish I could just focus on one specific topic and be like the best in it and be recognized all over for, whoa, woohoo, whatever. But I can't. I jump too often, which is why I have 5 separate blogs. Each one is completely different from the other. And I just can't focus on one thing. It's kind of a bummer. Breathe. I'm trying. But it's especially bad when I'm trying to do a video. I can't breathe at all. Congrats about hitting big 1K. It opens some new features. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm hoping that I still get the features if I don't have the 4,000 hours watch time, because I might hit it now that I'm doing the live streams on Mondays. And if I get a good audience like today, then I might hit my 4K. But my live streams don't always have this many people in them. So why am I vibrating? Why am I connected? What are you connecting to? My Fitbit's trying to do a workout without me. Oh, yes, exactly. I'd rather make a name for myself. Yeah, I think I kind of have a little bit. I've interacted with some really cool people. I've met all kinds of people from all over the globe. I do a lot of WordPress stuff, so I would, like, I don't know, focus on just WordPress, but I kind of already do that for my clients, so I don't want to be competing with them directly, which probably goes against the NDA, so probably can't do that anyway. But I do the writer stuff, or I do WordPress from a writer's perspective, and so that's a little bit different. I took a different spin on it, so I'm not directly competing with them, so it all works out. But there's times where I wish I could be just a writer, or maybe like just a YouTuber, or just a gamer, or like there's times where I'll get frustrated. And I haven't felt this way for a long time, so that's how I know I'm getting better. Is that last year especially, I was starting to feel like maybe I should just dump the other stuff and just focus on freelance writing from now on, and just because I would make bank. I make decent money now, but I would make like 3 times what I make now if I decided to go back to just writing full time, dump all this other stuff. And so I started feeling like maybe I should just get rid of YouTube, get rid of the blog, just be done with all this and just be a writer. Then I realized why I built the channel in the first place is I love helping people, and I can't focus just on one thing. So part of the reason why I'm debating on adding a podcast, because I have so much time for that. I'm envious of your WordPress skills. Well, WordPress isn't too bad. WordPress is really easy to use, and I've done, like, if you Google my name, you'll see me as an author for a ton of WordPress stuff. But a lot of it's really simple. A lot of it can be done with plugins. Depends on some of the settings. You have to do a bit of CSS and PHP, but for the most part, you can find a plugin that does just about everything. YouTube is a metamorphosis, and you must let it happen. Just let it happen. Oh, and I am. I wish I could do more videos. today I really wanted to do another video, regular video today, but I am up to my eyes in stuff for my clients, so I wasn't able to do it because, well, they pay me a hell of a lot more than YouTube does, and so I focus on their stuff, and I didn't get done with theirs until I think I finally got done at 5:05. So I've had enough time to eat dinner, and I watched an episode of Deep Space Nine before I hit the stream button. So just remember Ben Franklin or Leonardo. Thomas Jefferson is another example. Yeah. Yeah. I guess I'm amongst brilliant minds. I don't know if I'll ever be as famous as any one of them, but I'm in good company. So yeah, it's going to be an incredible year. I'm really happy that things are going the way they are. I wish more people had as good a luck as I did. I feel bad that a lot of people are being threatened with evictions and stuff, and my workflow actually increased since this all happened. So, I don't know. I do know what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck and have to be worried about getting kicked out, because I didn't reach this level of success until, let's see, 2013. Before that, the computer center was doing great. I was making $122,000 a year, and then it disappeared overnight, literally. As soon as one company shut down, it screwed us all, and then everybody bailed on me to fend for myself, and it was rats on a sinking ship. So I went from making that much money to, I think my check after that was $8,000 for the year. So I fell hard, but I'm getting back up there. So, but anyway, my point was, I know what it's like to face that kind of stuff. But luckily, I didn't have to do it this time around. 2020 for me was exceptionally good. Thankfully, my house is paid off. Yeah, see, there you go. Mine's not. I just got into this one, so I have 30 years to go. because of COVID, I discovered your channel, Michael. Oh yeah, see, there's good things. A lot of people did actually. The blog, I'm fairly sure the reason why the blog took off like it did was because of COVID. The traffic blew up exponentially after April, I think it was. Like massively. Bright light. See if I can pull it up. I'm fairly sure. Switch to WriterSanctuary for the year. Oh, we're doing months. That's right. So it picked up. I could probably show it to you. Maybe. Let's see. It's not letting me. Oh, it's trying to show a window that doesn't exist anymore. I've got to fix OBS. It's all screwed up. Bam. God, it's not even the right size. Pinky. Yeah. Let's see. Whoop. There we go. See, that's what I have to go through whenever I do my videos. So, you can see, well, I guess it was starting to pick up after February, so probably not necessarily all COVID. I bet a lot of this was probably search engine results, but it grew at the very beginning of the year and just exploded. Like right now, bam, best month ever. Right on. This is the best month I've ever had for WriterSanctuary. 4,000 views. It's not as popular as a lot of other blogs out there, but it does its purpose. Now, seeing my most popular. Oh, God. I wrote that 2 years ago. Monetizing with Buy Me a Coffee. How much traffic. I wish they all got that much traffic. YouTube. See, YouTube is my primary social hub for marketing. Facebook, Twitter. And they'll have Instagram, and I'm thinking about starting Pinterest too. These are all the links people click out of. So, and then this is the one that really gets me. If you put a violet or blue light behind you, the whole set would come alive. Oh, I gotta tell you what my ideas are for the next stream. I wanted to do them for this one, but I forgot. Hold on, let me show you this. This is the one that really gets me. So this is when I first started tracking WriterSanctuary from WordPress.com. This is, let's see, I started this website in 2013, at the very end of 2013. Are you talking to Michael? I hope so, because I answered. Anyway, and love a numbers guy. Oh, I love numbers. I am a dork when it comes to spreadsheets. I have spreadsheets for just about everything. So anyway, I started off here. You can see it just started, kind of going up. I did 111 posts. That was mostly from the prompts that WordPress.com used to do. Hey, Felicia, you're late by here. Right on. Congratulations on your 2020. Well, thank you very much. So I did 111 posts. That was mostly from the WordPress.com word prompts. Those were fun. I loved doing them, but they stopped doing them. So, and then it grew a little bit more. Didn't write as much. Wrote a little bit more in 2018. Started seeing some movement. Wrote 40. Wow. Wrote 48. So that was kind of a crappy year. That was last year. But then I decided to get serious about it, and we're up to 40 grand already. So there's a huge, huge jump. So I'm hoping that next year we'll have the same thing. Stats are boring. I was just showing. That is impressive. Anyway. Bunk. Anyway, what I'm thinking about doing with the, I'm seeing a spike right now. Yeah. Let me move this out of the way. So there we go. Okay, so what I'm thinking about doing is behind me, I'm going to redo my wall. Probably give it a brick appearance. And then I'm going to do LEDs on the outside of the television, which is going to have my logo on it. And then the book shelves, like right here on the inside of each bookshelf, I'm going to do LEDs on it. So some of the stuff behind me is going to be glowing. So pretty excited for that. Wanted to do it for tonight, but Christmas and bills tapped out my account, so I'm gonna have to wait until like maybe next Monday. Probably won't have the wall done because I have to go to Home Depot to get all that stuff. But sorry, Michael, didn't mean to ruin the mood. Nah, he didn't. I was pretty much done. I just wanted to show the big spike that I saw. That was really cool for me. And all the blogs have grown this year except for Crossing Colorado, and I'll be working on fixing it this year. So. But yeah, it's gonna look good. Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty excited. It's gonna be. I want to find a really bright purple to go against the brick. So I'm excited for it. We're gonna have to buy you a lot more coffee for your LED setup. You have so much cool stuff. Yeah, I do. I've got. Let's see. We've got the Yoast fan that I got from WordCamp. Evoke is a company that was at that WordCamp. I've got Green Geeks' eyeglass cleaner. I've got the WordFence locks that come with a pick. I picked all their locks and left them on their table. Got my Stay Wild light that I was going to turn on, but my Merry Christmas light's on. And I was going to turn on my Merry Christmas light, but it's so bright that it bleeds out the letters on it. So since my camera isn't 4K, you can't really tell. So that's kind of a bummer. I hit the notifications. Awesome, thank you. Why purple and blue though? I'm a big fan of purple and teal are my colors. They were my colors from the computer center, and they've just stuck with me ever since. WriterSanctuary is more of browns and greens, but purple and teal will always be my go-to colors for just about everything. And I used to have a really dark plum purple Daytona. Loved that car. It was a part of me, and I had to scrap her. Broke my heart. I keep telling my friend that I'm going to marry the first woman that gets me my Daytona back. Not just any Daytona. I want my Daytona. Any color really, Diana. It builds depth. Yeah, like I like how Nick Nimmin has his background. Brian Johnson has a cool setup on his. There's been a few that have that's done some really cool stuff with LEDs, so I'm gonna kind of copy them a bit. His buy me a coffee link is in the description if anyone wants. Well, thank you for promoting me. Teal and hot pink. Ooh. Ah, yeah. That'd be a nice combination, actually. I vote for hot pink. Yeah, and purple mixed in. That would be awesome. Yeah, pink would be perfect. Green. Yeah, green. I don't know if green would go with pink. But that's one of the things I like about Writer Sanctuary is Writer Sanctuary's colors are kind of shades of green. Like the information link that I have when I use on blog posts, it has a green background. I love pastel green, and I use that a lot on Writer Sanctuary. But Crossing Colorado was mostly, at first was purple and teal, but then I made it Colorado color, so blue, yellow, red. Same with Colorado Plays is more of a deep purple, yellow, and red. And everything else, though, like my cars in GTA, I paint them all purple and teal. Yeah, it's just like the Nick Nimmin. Yeah, Nick Nimmin has an awesome setup. 2 lights facing each other in front of you. That's what I need, is I need a decent light setup. Like, I have the selfie light, and it does okay sometimes, but it's just not enough to do what I want to do. I want to get rid of the overhead when I film, and so that's why I want the LEDs behind me with the 2 nice lights in front. And I came across some of those while I was Christmas shopping that are affordable on it. So like for $60, they're decent sized ring lights. So a little backlight, yeah. Real men have pink backdrops. I don't know if I'd go completely pink. I do like pink. I also like salmon. This is a shirt that I got for Christmas from a friend of mine. I'm a big fan of Hawaiian shirts, if you don't know. Even this black one is technically not black. If you look closely, you can feel it. It's silky soft, but it has floral print on it. But this is the shirt she got me. It's salmon, and it's got dinosaurs on it. I was going to wear it tonight, and I completely forgot. So I'll probably wear this for a live stream next Monday. But the only thing, like if I was to go out in public, I would definitely have to wear blue jeans with salmon. I think would go best. Maybe I should do a horror reading in the dark with a flashlight under my chin. Oh, I was so going to suggest that the other day too, and I completely forgot. You commented something, I can't remember what it was. I'm like, I was going to get on and tell you should do that, and so you like read my mind. You reminded me. Skull, you totally should. That sounds like great fun. I see. That's what I was thinking. I'll read The Raven. Oh, that would be awesome. I love The Raven. That was my favorite Edgar Allan Poe. I used to have it memorized. It's been a long time. Lived in Hawaii for 20 years. Had a collection of Aloha shirts that would make Tom Selleck blush. Oh, so I go to WordPress meetups the first or second Tuesday of every month here in Denver, and I was chatting with the guys there. The last one was a couple weeks ago, and they were talking about my shirt. How every time I'm on, I have a different Hawaiian shirt. I was like, yeah, I've got so many Hawaiian shirts in my closet that we could do these every month for the next 5 years, and I'll wear a different shirt every time. And so they're thinking I'm full of shit. So I'm gonna prove them wrong. Because you can. I have a lot of Hawaiian shirts. So the hard part is remembering which ones I wore. What was it, Michael? Oh, the reading when your story with the chin on your flashlight, do the whole spooky thing. I was going to bring that up to you, and I completely forgot. So when you said that, it reminded me. I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, The Raven is the only thing in English class I ever liked. That and a short story called The Lottery. Pretty dark. Don't think I've ever read The Lottery. Unfortunately, I dropped out of high school in my sophomore year. I do have my GED and I went to college, but back then they wanted me to read stuff, and I read Jaws when I was 9, and I was more into Stephen King and Dean Koontz by the time I was 11. So if it didn't have either one of those authors, I didn't read it. So I got in trouble a lot. You're supposed to read this. I don't want to read it. It's like my daughter has the same problem, my teenage daughter now. Back when she was in fourth grade? No, she had to be younger than that. Is there second or third grade? They were saying that she had a reading problem and that she needed to be put into a special class. And at that point, I knew they were full of shit because my daughter would sit here on Spore Galactic Adventures and write her own scripts. She would read everything in the house. So what I discovered was that Maribeth could read just fine. She just didn't want to read what you were giving her. And I told the teacher that. Like, she has no problem reading it. She just doesn't want to read what you have. So I finally talked her into reading what the teachers assign. And then like 2 years later, they opened it up to where, I think it was when she started junior high, where you could pick whatever you wanted. And then she started excelling at it. So brilliant minds think alike. Yeah, obviously. High school drama. I've read over 4,000 books, however. Nice. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about the lottery. Don't read a summary or description of it or anything. Just look it up and read from the beginning. Cool. I had a feeling. So, but yeah, it's been a long time since I actually got to sit down and read an actual book. I read all day long. That's all I do. I edit other people's stuff at the moment. And so by the time 5 o'clock rolls around, I don't want to read another damn word. That's probably why I'm having a hard time writing mine. It's because I do nothing but read all day. But I think I started my mom's book, and I'm getting into it. And I want to finish it before I pick up something else, because I have to finish a book before I can pick up another. I can't just stop in the middle. I love going to Reading Blind. I did Capote's A Christmas Memory like that. Nice. I love Stephen King. Oh, me too. I follow Stephen King on Twitter. I'm constantly tweeting at him, hoping one day he will like something. It would just, I don't know, it would make my boat float if Stephen King mentioned me in a tweet. Philly will have to check that one. Nice. But yeah, I'm a big Stephen King fan. Always have been. My first book I ever read is right here. So I've got to find the rest of my Stephen King books after moving. I still haven't found the box. I found my new copy of The Stand, since this one's having a hard time. But this was the first Stephen King book I ever read. The actual book. This is my dad's book. He was going to sell it at a yard sale, and this thing has seen some days. I mean, it's yellowed and extremely used. It's my favorite book, Night Shift by Stephen King. It's the book where a lot of movies came out of. You got Children of the Corn. Most of Cat's Eye came out of this book. But this was the first Stephen King book I read, and I want to say I was 11. Might have been 12. God, I love the smell of books. I love the smell of old books. But yeah, it's and he was going to sell this at the yard sale, and I gave him shit. I stole it. I'm like, you're not selling this. It's the first Stephen King book I read. It had a lot of sentimental value to it. And I started reading it the other day. Well, not the other day. Before I started Mom's book, and then I promised Mom I'd read her book. But yeah, it's my favorite book. And you can tell Stephen King's come a long way since Night Shift came out. We're talking about the lottery. Nice. Giant bat, giant spider. I feel like he always hands it off to a 10-year-old to write the ending. I haven't seen this one. This is I think this is the second Stephen King book I've ever read. The exact book, because this was Dad's and I stole it from him too. I've read this 3 times and the uncut twice. I love Night Shift, but this has got to be my favorite book, The Stand. And I know they have a new remake of it on CBS All Access right now, which I'm debating on watching. I just don't know if I'm going to get into it because I loved the movie and I love the book. So I'm really worried that somebody's going to fuck it up. But Stephen King has been promoting it, so I'm hoping if he's on board with it, maybe it'll be pretty good. I have the Institute coming this week. Nice. Oh, about the spider clown. Oh, like not Mangler. The Graveyard Shift and Night Shift is about rats, but it's so well written. The Mangler. Oh, there you go. He didn't bring that up. A clown, a giant bat, a giant spider. The Mangler was about a clothes processing unit. A possessed, essentially a possessed pressing machine. Oh, and in Night Shift, it was a the Lawnmower Man. The Lawnmower Man movie was absolutely nowhere near the same genre as the story. So, arachnophobia, yeah. I haven't read any of the newer stuff. I did like Gerald's Game. I'm a big fan of The Regulators and Desperation when they came out together. Desperation was a good one. I'd love that one. I haven't read Mist or watched the movie yet. Let's see. What's been recent? I haven't had a chance to read anything of the more recent stuff. I have... Oh, I have... that's not recent, though. The Talisman. That was with Peter Straub. And... God, yeah, I don't think I've read anything recently. It's been a long time since I've actually been able to sit down and enjoy a book. I just love his stories. Truly terrifying and a complex mix of different themes. Oh, yeah. Like, The Lawnmower Man was about a pan-like creature that followed a lawnmower. So, yeah. Actually, I think he inspired part of 7. I can't tell you too much of it. You have to read it. I don't have it. I did have the actual comic book to Creepshow. So, I just love his story. Okay, I have the transcript of the lottery here with me now. Nice. There you go. Read it. Get yourself a flashlight. I promise I won't peek. So Scully's going to do he's going to read some stories with a flashlight. I'm going to do an ASMR of reading Amazon descriptions. So what brought that on is that I've been told recently by several different people that I have a very soothing and calming voice on my videos. And that sounds terrifying. The story is way better than the movie. The movie was not even close. But anyway, so I've been told quite a few times I have a very soothing voice. So I'm like, I should do an ASMR. And I made my ex-girlfriend like almost piss herself laughing because I was told her I'm going to do an ASMR, but I'm going to read the product description of an iPhone. Make it sound sexy. And so she didn't believe me, so I did it. And it actually came out pretty good. So I'm like, I wonder if I could do that on my channel. It's not really writing, though. WriterSanctuary needs an ASMR. I could do it like this. I'd have to open up Amazon and read some product descriptions. Everybody's doing it, but I'm not going to. I don't know. The way that I can get my voice to reverberate was pretty cool. So I might have to do it as seriously, just to see. But I don't know. I highly doubt I'll get a lot of subscribers from it, but it'll be fun. That's what life's all about, right? Oh, what am I doing? I don't need to do that. I'm grabbing stuff that I don't need yet. Oh, I would watch your ASMR for sure. Nice. Okay, so I might have to. Oh, that'll be another vote on the website. There we go. Should I do an ASMR or not? At first, I wanted to do an IKEA manual. So let's see if we can make anything sound sexy. Careful, Michael. You'll get more lovesick scammers, right? I listened to your. Wow, I was going somewhere with that. Oh, I listened to your ASMR. I love you. Marry me. I get enough of that already. And all from people overseas. Can't I attract anybody here in the States, for fuck's sakes? And the ones that do wind up getting interest in me are like in California, Florida. I don't travel. Georgia. I don't go anywhere. I mean, they had to talk me into doing the word camps. The word camps are fun, I have to admit. I would travel to do more of those. So I gotta head out. Oh, alrighty. Well, thank you very much for stopping by, Scully. I'll have to check that out. Definitely do a reading with a flashlight. That'll be pretty cool. So I'll definitely tune in for that one. Shaka, when the walls fell. Wow. Okay. Fireball's kicking in. All right. But anyway, yeah, if anybody wants to check out some cool stuff, Scully does a lot of cool readings on his channel. You can click on his name and visit his site. Really good stuff. And yeah, ASMR. That's gonna have to, yeah. I don't know. Like when I was in high school, I used to have a great singing voice, and I would never get up in public and do it. So I don't. I talk a lot of shit, but I'm extremely, incredibly, overwhelmingly shy. So what I'll have to do is maybe have some Drambuie and then do an ASMR. It's different because I am not like this in person as I am on camera. I am far more relaxed. The camera doesn't faze me. Essentially, I feel like I'm just talking to myself most of the time. To mount on the video, I probably am. But today, I mean, it's awesome. I love having interaction. But it's more, you guys are behind computer screen, so it's completely different. Excuse me. And I'm growing out of that though, because like I said with earlier, since I've been doing these videos and doing word camps, that I'm able to strike up conversations with random people in an elevator. Never could do that 3 years ago. And so I don't know, when it comes to stuff like that where I'm being more creative, it's harder for me because it's not based on anything quantifiable skill. Like with freelance writing, I can show you the stats and we can talk up a storm, and I can walk you through text broker and content mills and setting up a blog for just about anything. I can do all that because that's quantifiable. But when I start coming up with creative stuff, since I don't have a lot of stuff out there, I don't know what my target audience is, and it just makes me feel like if I do this, people are going to hate it and it's going to suck and it's going to be a waste of time. Everybody's going to hate me. I'll lose subscribers. I will go from 908 to 4. But it's weird how relaxed you are in front of the camera. Yeah. One of the girls I work with at Grain Geeks said, tell me I'm a natural. And I'm not sure if I'm necessarily a natural. I do have a problem with stumbling through words. That's why I have a lot of jump cuts in my videos, because I do have a hard time sometimes. I'll stop breathing like I did earlier, or there'll be too long of dead air, and I'm not a big fan of dead air, and so I try to fill it with something, which is why I cut out huge chunks of my videos from deadness. I like to think before I speak, and so when I'm doing the videos, I have a chance to really, okay, well, I want to say this to make it clear, so I can focus on it for a second and then say it. But like if I'm on a stream, you'll probably hear it a lot where I'll stumble through certain words, or I'll skip over something, or I'll get easily sidetracked. So a lot of that it's different being live than doing it on video. But like, I don't know why people are so afraid of the camera. And like, I know people that'll freeze, like oh, the camera's on them, and they'll lock up. But these are people that they go out to the club and everybody's their friend. I'm like, what's the difference? You're meeting like 20 people in person as opposed to nobody on a camera. I guess I'm just the exact opposite. It's weird. Okay, I hate recording myself. I do too. I don't though. There are no awkward silences at all. Not sometimes. I'll try to fill it as quickly as I can. What it is. And that's why a lot of my earlier videos, I wound up doing a lot of, let's see, filler, I guess is a good term. Ramble. I'd ramble on a lot. See, I just did it there. Like some of my earlier videos, I rambled bad, especially if I'm trying to make sure that there's something to keep going, keep carrying the conversation. If I don't have a lot of interaction, then I'm like, I don't know what to say, and so I'm just going to blurt out something. And usually I wind up repeating myself a lot. Tossing out nonsensical stuff that has no bearing on the conversation. So at least like with this, where I've had well, let's see, Felicia, Chris, Scully, Diana, and everybody else that are interacting with me, it's a whole different story because then I can keep the conversation going with questions that people ask. And I love that. That's one of the biggest reasons why I live stream in the first place. I don't care if I ever get a dime from YouTube. I love personal interaction. Always have. That's why I started the channel in the first place. It wasn't to make bank. I started this channel as a way to augment my blog. I wanted people to go to my website and decide, do I want to read it or watch it? I thought it was just going to be a convenience for them. And then it wound up being two completely different audiences for the same stuff. So they're both connected, but separate. And so that's what I thrive on, is that social interaction from them. I don't like being on camera because I don't like the way I sound or appear. Sometimes most people don't get my humor. Yeah. Well, I try. I reel it in a lot. I'm telling you. If you want to see a completely different me, you ought to check out Colorado Plays when I'm live streaming on Twitch. That's a whole different ball game. Especially if I got the boys involved. Like my son's, my son is 21. He'll be 22 this January, May, and my ex stepson, but I still call him my son because I'm pretty much the only dad he's ever knew. He'll be 20. He's a year older, so he'll be 23. And once we get on playing something together, like we were playing Diablo 3 one night. And the conversation took a dark turn. It was funny as hell, but it was pretty nasty. Not something I can share on Twitter, on this channel anyway. But when I'm on camera for WriterSanctuary, I try to reel in as much of that as I can, because like I was explaining before, I think you weren't here yet, that I don't want to offend anybody with vulgarity, because a lot of people come to watch the videos to learn how to write or do something on WordPress or learn something on TextBroker. So I don't want to alienate that group. They just want to learn. That's fine. I have no problem with that. So I've got to reel it in quite a bit, or I do live streams. Like sometimes I think I've swore a few times tonight, but I don't know if that's for me opening up and relaxing or the fireball that I'm drinking. So it might be a mixture of both. Good stuff. Yes, it's eggnog. Ooh, look, Diana, I'm drinking eggnog. I don't know why you don't like eggnog or coffee. That's just wrong. I think you're weird. Yeah. I am. I can be incredibly weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm sane and you're the one who's weird. Now there's times where there's times where I weird myself out. Like, well, that was inappropriate. Or I go too far sometimes with a joke. Who doesn't, though? Trick is being able to see that and then stopping yourself from progressing. So, yeah, aside from that, good times. Gotcha. It's hard to turn the professional off sometimes, and great to have a separate space for it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I use the other channels for. I try not to be as bad on my personal blog at michaelbrockbank.com, because that's still kind of a professional thing. It's more of a portfolio of everything I'm involved with on the internet. And I forgot that I got to add WriterSanctuary's Instagram to it. And I got to add Instagram to WriterSanctuary's blog. And to these videos. Oh, God. Adding one social thing and I have to, change everything. Yeah, that's going to be the hard part, though, is maintaining Instagram. I barely do it as it is. And the only reason why I do it on Twitter is because Twitter's open right there. And more people are interacting with me on Twitter, so it's a lot easier, I think. I talk to myself all the time. Hey, so do I. Well, yeah. I talk to myself. I don't necessarily do the whole psychopath talking to yourself type of thing, but more of the, what the hell did you do that for type of thing, you know? It's like, well, oops. Maybe you got a batch content for IG. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I use Buffer a lot when I share, well, especially when I share the video live stream. I used Buffer to post it on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And that's why I'm hoping that's one of the tools that I'm getting access to. Because if I can, and one of them is to be able to schedule content, I could probably keep it active that way. But it feels, I don't want it to feel robotic, you know? Like I want people to feel like it's live, even though I know most content nowadays probably isn't. But I guess to keep it going, I can set up a scheduled content, but then add more to it as I go, which is probably what I'll wind up doing. So I just got to remember I want to take pictures. Maybe I should add it as a task in Asana. I shit you not, that's probably what I'll wind up doing, just so that I remember to do it. My memory's gone to crap. But the hard part is trying to come up with stuff for Instagram, though. I mean, what kind of post does a writer make on a visual platform? Take a picture of me with a pencil? Look, I'm writing something. Here's my keyboard. Here's my monitor. Guess I can do inspirational memes, but then everybody does memes. Well, I just gotta mix it up, batch some content, and then fill in gaps here and there when you remember, or when the mood strikes. Yeah, that's probably what I'll wind up doing. That's what I've been doing with the blogs, actually. Like this week, I have Monday, Wednesday, Friday's blog posts for WriterSanctuary already scheduled, ready to go. But I did get inspired on Saturday, so I wrote one for New Year's Eve, so there's going to be one on the 31st as well. And then today I had an idea, and I almost wrote another blog post, but I figured I'll write this down, but I have to spend time on the other stuff. So I did write one for Practically Living Green, and I think I got one out for Crossing Colorado. I can't remember if I did or not. I know I did yesterday. I have no idea anymore. It's all rolled into one big beating. Excuse me. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting year. I'm excited. I think everybody should be excited. I mean, it can't get any worse. Well, don't ever say it can't get any worse, because life shows you just how far that barrel will go. But I don't know. Grab one-liner quotes from your blog posts, make a quick meme, post it on Instagram. Do some hashtag research and some behind-the-scenes stuff, or tips as posts or something. That's what I was thinking, Felicia. I started doing something similar to that on Buy Me a Coffee. On Buy Me a Coffee, I do Sunday posts, and it's content that you won't find anywhere else that I write, and it's more of behind the scenes. These are some ideas I'm tossing around, some of the things I wanted to just, I don't know, blog about. Watching the ball drop. Give me a moment. Anyway, I don't know. My dad and my brother will be here, so I don't know. God, I don't know. I haven't watched the ball come down. I didn't watch it last year. Last year was kind of screwed up. I might watch it this year. I know it used to be a habit of everybody. But I think one year we were playing a game and we lost track of time. It was the whole family, so it was a lot of fun. So, reeling it in. Yeah, Chris saw it. Blog post can probably supply you with 1 to 10 pieces of content for Instagram. That's a good way to think about it and try it that way. The hashtag research, definitely the behind the scenes. I've always wanted to do something like that anyway, and I was thinking about doing behind the scene videos for either YouTube or this new system called Haps, and I'll be doing a review about it in the near future. But Haps is kind of like Periscope, but for more professional people, which I'm almost betting it's going to go the same way as OnlyFans. And no, you will never see an OnlyFans account from me. That is one social platform I will probably avoid. Even though its origins were, well, clean. Oh, I always watch the show live in New York City. Normally I do too. Last few years we haven't been able to for random reasons. I might turn it on this year, but I don't have live TV, so I have to see if somebody's streaming it. I haven't paid for actual television freaking like a decade. I stream everything. Everything I need is on well, that's not true. We had Dish Network for 2 years when I lived in Westminster before we moved here. And at that rate we had HBO and all that. But last year we didn't watch it come down. I can't remember why. I think we were all playing a game and we realized at like 12:05. I had champagne though. Or maybe it was right before the ball came down we noticed. Oh, fuck, I can't remember. My mind is mush. It has been a long year for me. I've been evicted, lived in a hotel, got this new house, which I love my house. I've had to face COVID. This was supposed to be my year of coming out of my shell and being more social and meeting people out and abroad, and I don't know, maybe going on a date for once. And COVID kind of put an end to that. So it was kind of a bummer because I made this that was one of my resolutions. I was going to be social. The world said, no, you're not. My smart TV is already advertising. It's a free stream. Nice. I haven't had cable in years. Me either. Yeah, I think I got, we started with Netflix. Oh, I was in Sterling. That would have been, oh wow, 10 years ago? Yeah, it was about more than 10 years ago. A long time ago. But once we got that and we started getting, let's see, now I have Netflix, CBS, Hulu, Disney Plus. Oh, I can read them off the screen. Let's see. We've got Netflix, CBS, Disney Plus, Hulu, Sci-Fi, Amazon Prime, and I'm thinking about adding HBO Max because all my shows are on it. I just watch YouTube and YouTube. Yeah, I watch way too much YouTube, I think. Oh yeah, sometimes I get sucked into the raw places of YouTube where you think to yourself, what the hell am I doing here? It's not as cool as it used to be. Back in the day, you could play 6 degrees of YouTube, start with one video, and then just click on the recommended. And you would, in 6 videos, you would be nowhere near where you started. It was kind of fun because it would always seem random. You would always go to a different place. And that's how we came across, that's how I first discovered Philip DeFranco. I think that's how I came across Achievement Hunter. And another channel that I completely love was from 6 Degrees of YouTube. Not nearly as cool anymore because now the algorithm already knows what you want to watch, and so it doesn't give you some of the randomness it used to, but happens to us all. Yeah, it's a common theme. YouTube loves every minute of it. But there's a lot of good shows on YouTube though. I try to stay away from some of the psycho stuff, but like I love watching Achievement Hunter. I love when they play Gmod and Grand Theft Auto. The guys are just funny. They're not as good as they used to be. I'm not a big fan of Fiona. I am a big fan of Jeremy Dooley and Gavin Free, but... And yes, I was a big fan of Ryan Haywood. Such a sad state of offense. But, what are you gonna do? I still love watching Jack and everybody play. And it was really cool to watch Drawful when they had Jeff back on, so... But probably don't have no idea who the hell I'm talking about. Good channel if you like gaming. But also, I've been watching Philip DeFranco since he started off in a basement with a webcam. I mean, I've been with that boy for years. We're talking decades now. Well, probably not decades, but more of probably about 15 years or so since he started doing it. I watched him grow into this massive news outlet. all I can think is, I am not that motivated. He puts a lot of work into his stuff, though. YouTube's not necessarily a bad place. There's a lot of good that can come from it. Like right now. Instead of hanging out in a bar, which I'm not a big bar fan anyway, but instead of just sitting here watching a video and just vegging out, I'm interacting with people. I'm interacting with, my fans. I love you guys. I'm gonna get all touchy-feely here, but every person that follows me or thanks me for something I create, that makes it all worthwhile. So, yeah. I don't know how I would have got through everything without having my subscribers and the people who interact with me. The people who watch the live streams or comment on videos, who go to my blogs and leave comments or interact with me on other social outlets because of this channel. You guys make it worthwhile. It's been a really great experience. The last 2 years have been incredibly fun. And I'm hoping 2021 will bring some more of that. My goal is to be more self-motivated. Yeah, that's been a big strong one for me recently. Especially when it comes to the blogs, because I can't really call myself a professional if my blogs are suffering. So I figured, you know what? I might as well dump in the same energy to my own stuff as I do for clients and run with it. So, 2021 is going to be awesome. Yes, it is. I just have such a good feeling about it. I like productivity, true crime writing, nice, and a tad bit of plain entertainment channels. Oh, I like watching top fives. Has a lot of cool stuff. It's not necessarily true crime, but he does a lot of research about the mysterious worlds and stuff. If one already has PayPal set up for donations, why would I have a comment on a video, but I don't understand what the hell they were asking? I'll deal with that later. Fuck it. See, that's what I like about doing the YouTube videos. I'll be working, all of a sudden a pop up, someone's asking me a question about buy me a coffee or text broker. I'm like, oh cool, so I'll reply to them. And then they thank me for the help. And I love that. I love being able to help people. But anyway, top fives is more of a mysterious mysteries of the unknown type of thing. He does a lot of research in it. He's a really good producer and or creator. I love his channel. And what's another good one? I love stuff like that. There's some of them that try to be the same, but they're just not quite as good as he is. I love Cosmos. I love anything having to do with space. Anything that Neil deGrasse Tyson produced, I'm into. I love space stuff. Vsauce has a good one. And another good one that I like to watch. Not really sure about crime stuff. My goals are an income goal, get my blog running, and master the homeschooling thing, right? Don't we all? Actually, I've got 2 teenage daughters who've been homeschooling for the last week and a half from here because they have better equipment here than at their house. And so they've been doing their homeschool stuff here because of COVID. And I don't know if they're actually going back to school or not. I don't think they know. So I'm not sure if that's what you mean, but it's working out ish. Not as good as going to school, but you know, what are you gonna do? Get your blog running. Yeah. I've got 5. Actually, I've put a lot of effort into WriterSanctuary recently. I've been trying to get Crossing Colorado Plays Practically Living Green at my personal blog up to the same level. Not going to happen. Mostly because WriterSanctuary is getting so well established now. So I want to make sure it's stable and then move on to the next, which is going to be Crossing Colorado, because I want it to get its traffic back. So I'll be working on it. And then the gaming blog does really well. It's more visits per day than WriterSanctuary, but makes maybe half the money it does in AdSense. Most people are using ad blockers, so Practically Living Green is more of an experiment, and that one's actually getting more traffic. And then my personal blog is more of a, this is what I'm doing now. It's michaelbrockbank.com is all about what I do on the internet. That's with Green Geeks, all the different blogs, YouTube channels, Twitches, stuff like everything. So if you ever want to know what I'm up to, that's probably the blog to go to. Yeah, if you have your blog, go ahead and slap it in the link, or slap the link in the chat. We could all check it out. Get bombarded by traffic. But if you haven't started it yet, I know a good host. Shameless promotion. I really, from a company perspective, I love Green Geeks. Not only do they buy 3 times the energy their servers use and put back into grid from renewable sources, but their servers are stupid fast when compared to others I've used. Like, that's one of the biggest reasons why I moved from HostGator, because Green Geek servers were just wicked fast. I knew they were fast, but I didn't know they were that fast. And when I moved, crossing Colorado, especially from HostGator to Green Geeks, it went from a 15-second load time for one of my pages down to less than 5, just from the move. So, yeah, I definitely push Green Geeks whenever I can. It's offline, but it's at FeliciaAM.com. It's on productivity, focusing on moms. Nice, but generally productive. That would be a very profitable blog, actually, I bet. It'll be up by January-ish. Cool. I'm going to stalk you. I'm going to go ahead and copy that and add it. I wonder if I can bookmark it even though it's not up. I'm going to try. See how cool this is. Okay, now stop. Oh, look, it's not secure. You're not using a secure site? Get yourself an SSL. You can use a free one. Use Let's Encrypt. I am going to bookmark it. I'll come back to it. Oh, look, you have your Hello World. You're using WordPress. Good girl. All right. I don't know where I put that. Okay, I put it in the wrong folder. There we go. There. I'm going to check up on you. That sounded kind of creepy. Cool. Storefront and WooCommerce. Awesome. All 5 of us are going to crash your blog now. Hope you're paid extra for a dedicated server. So I bookmarked your site so I can come back to it later. I'll have to check up on you. But if you ever have any questions about WordPress or need help with setting anything up, let me know. You can reach me for any questions, comments, concerns. You can always hit me up on social media, on Twitter and Facebook, or use the contact form on WriterSanctuary.com's website. And now you can also contact me on Twitter or Instagram. I'll have to change. Does that mean I have to change my video exit? My outro? Shit. Maybe I should just dump the outro and just do images. I think I'll be live in like a month. Got to get everything ready, everything set up and finalized. Nice. But yeah, anything mom related does exceptionally well when it comes to monetizing. I have a good feeling you'll probably make quite a bit off it. Yeah, especially if you're focusing on productivity and moms. Yeah. Just the word mom almost guarantees a 50% jump in income. But it's true. Mom sites do exceptionally well on the internet. Especially if you did like a YouTube channel with it. Oh yeah, you'd be cranking it out. You could be printing money. Well, from what I've experienced anyway, I used to write for a lot of different mom blog websites when I did most of my work with TextBroker, and that's how I learned how good of a writer I was. Because I would have to write as a certain woman, and one time the client wanted me to write as a pregnant black woman. Like, all right, I don't know. I'm a white boy, so let me try that. Apparently I did it so well, they loved it and gave me a bonus. So like, okay, whatever works for you, dude. But those mom sites that I wrote for, a lot of them did exceptionally well traffic. So I'm kind of excited for you. That'd be pretty cool to see. But yeah, if you need any help with anything on WordPress, let me know. Even like setting up whatever. I've got a few tutorials. Green Geeks has a ton of tutorials. Most of them I edit, and probably half of them I wrote. But now I do more editing than writing nowadays, except for recently where I had to write because I'm a writer short. And yeah, I was going somewhere with that and I forgot. I actually made a few videos, but I'd rather stay behind my words than face the camera. Okay, so what you could do then, if you don't like the camera, which I don't know, I think you'd be really good at it, is you can do, I think I did a video where I wasn't on camera at all for Colorado Plays, and I did a why we still play Diablo 3. And essentially I just had gameplay video going and I read a script, which was a hell of a lot easier than what I normally do. Those kind of videos I can crank out in 20 minutes. The stuff I do now takes me about 2.5 to 3 hours. So if you don't want to be on camera, you can always use images or B-roll and just read from a script like that, and don't even have to be on camera at all. In fact, a lot of the bloggers, a lot of the people that I watch aren't on camera at all. Like It's a Gundam, he's never on camera. I like Legacy Killa, he's not on camera. Sid Alpha, he's on camera sometimes, but mostly not. God, they're all gamers. Top Fives guy that I was talking about earlier, he's never on camera. In fact, he's never shown his face. So it's kind of the mystery part of it. So that's probably another reason why I like watching him, is because it is quite mysterious with what he does. But you don't have to be on camera to be a success on YouTube. So I'll think about that for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. As long as you have a good script, have a good B-roll. If you're into gaming, it's simple. Just play the game, do a B-roll of the game. You don't even have to have video for your B-roll. A lot of them will use just still images, but they have it set up to where the images are actually kind of moving or zooming in. So there's a bit more motion to it, but that means you don't have to be interacting on camera. So something to think about. In fact, there's a couple that I almost did my video this morning for WriterSanctuary that way, because it is a lot faster to do them that way than to do what I normally do. Like I can write a 1,000-word script, about a 7-minute video, in probably about 45 minutes. Take me 7 minutes to record it. Probably would take half the time to edit, upload it. So be about half the time to do a complete video than what I'm doing now. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, gotta go. I think I just hurt my ball drop. Nice. I got a turtle head poking out. All right, Chris, you have a good evening. I think I'm getting pretty close to wrapping it up too. I just got the new Xbox, but heck, I have no time to play it. I don't have the new Xbox. I don't even have an Xbox One. I still play on my Xbox 360. I played the Kinect almost every day. I haven't been able to play it this morning or lately because my son's here. Yeah, he's visiting and he's taken over my living room. So he sleeps on my couch and his desk is set up on a table right in front of my TV. So I won't be seeing that till sometime next week. But I lost 80 pounds playing the Kinect, and so I have a strong affinity for playing like tennis and Virtual Smash. Avengers Battle for Earth, I'm a big fan of that game. But I can work up one hell of a sweat inside 30 minutes. And I don't even have... we just barely bought the PS4 for last Christmas. We don't even have a PS... Yeah, the PS4 we bought for Christmas. We wait until the end of a trend. Cheaper that way. That way everybody else can work out all the bugs. I didn't buy the 360 when it first came out because they were catching on fire. So I waited for a while. Oh, yeah. Anywho, I think we're going to wrap it up. Looks like we're starting to slow down a bit. I am looking forward to this next year. Everything is going great. But I do want to reiterate one important fact. 2020 is just a number. If you don't address the shit that made 2020 such a crap year for everybody, it's just going to follow you. So make sure that if you want to have a great 2021, that you address the things that made 2020 so bad. Otherwise, it's just going to be there anyway. So, with that being said, I have faith in us. We're going to have a rocking year. And I'm still here. And I enjoy every minute with you guys. And Felicia, like I said, if you need help, feel free to email me. The contact form is on WriterSanctuary. I think my email address is actually on the YouTube channel on the About page. And Chris is probably gone, but I've been watching him. Keep losing weight, dude. You're doing great. Haven't read the latest blog post, but I'll get on it. And Scully, I will have to check out. You're probably not watching. You probably got off, but I'll check out your channel. You've got to do the flashlight reading. That would just be awesome. So, anywho, I am trying to figure out if I hit stop streaming on OBS first or if I hit end stream on YouTube first. Because if I do it one way or the other, it's going to cut off like half the sentence. So, I want to try OBS first, and then I guess I will try to pay attention to what happens. Thanks, Michael. We love you. Oh, well, thank you. I love you guys too. Have a safe New Year's Eve. Watch for stupid people. Idiots be behind the wheel of a car. Be safe out there. Not just from COVID. I've seen too many people get taken out because of stupid partiers. So watch yourselves. And I will see you next Monday.